All right, we're going to give the number out here for first-time callers. And most radio shows, it'll be what's your favorite color, or how much do you worship Barack Obama, or how much do you hate him? Okay, those are distractions, diversions. Here's a buffet of topics that I think I want to hear from the listeners from. I want to hear their ideas, their view on what's happening and what's going on. Here are some of the issues we'll throw out here. Obama went and said, here is a new olive branch to the Middle East. I want to be friends with you, and yes, I have Muslim roots. Well, what do you think about that? Topic A in there is he lied and said he'd had no Muslim roots, and it was a conspiracy theory. Whether it's good or bad to have Muslim roots, I'm not even debating that. I didn't even put that in the Obama deception. The issue is they said it was a conspiracy theory, don't discuss it. Now he's doing a 180. That's Obama's MO. He always betrays. So he's telling the Arabs, I'm your friend, I'm not going to attack you. Get ready to be attacked. Obama says that we're not going to hire any lobbyists. And then all he does is hire lobbyists. He says we're going to make it all public where the bailout money goes. And then all he does is make it secret. He says he's going to get all the troops out of Iraq, and now he says they're going to stay. So what do you think about his Middle East trip and now what's happening with the economy and Merkel saying we want our gold back? And then that goes into the next topic. I mean, most hosts give you one topic. These are a bunch of topics, but we want to discuss these. This is what's important. What's happening as the economy implodes by design? How bad is it going to get as society falls apart? Have you lost your job? Are you working two jobs? Do you think there's going to be revolts in this country as 600,000 people lose their jobs every month and as trillions are pumped, overseas? And what Burmas has been talking about the massive consolidation of the media and how they're going to have media bailouts to help consolidate the media, like they've had a bailout for GM to pay to move them to three places: Russia, China, and Brazil. Okay, so those are topics: the economy and that huge pantheon, and what you think is going to happen as it gets worse, where this country's going. Will there be a violent revolution? How are you planning to handle that violent revolution, which is looking more and more like it's going to happen? And the establishment knows that, so they've built up their police state to counter it. What do you think about this consolidation of the media? What do you think about the WHO hyping up this flu and now saying they're going to go to level 6 globally? It's going to be a pandemic this winter. Oh, you really need to take this shot. What do you think is in that shot? Now, those are a bunch of subjects, but let's be clear. The flu level 6, the economy, and that giant cornucopia of issues, and the consolidation of the media. Here is the toll-free number. First-time callers. And then some days we'll have it where it's people, who haven't called in a week, and then it'll be free for all other days. But then if you call in, and it isn't on those three giant subjects, and you're not a first-time caller, we recognize you. We're hanging up on you. And it's not that we don't love you. We want to give other people a chance here. Okay? Now, 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. And again, these radio shows are exploding. The popularity is exploding. That's why we're trying to control ourselves and not just lean back and let everything go wild with no direction, because radio stations are picking this up. People are listening. They're wanting to hear the big issues talked about that really affect society. We're not talking about American Idol. We're talking about the globalists engineering a worldwide implosion by design. 866-582-9933, 866-582-9933. And Burmas is going to give each caller about a minute and a half to talk and then give his comment, move on to the next person when he comes back. And I am going to go home and listen to the radio show with my wife. Jason Burmas, take it over, Commander. You're doing a badass job. We love having you here in Austin. It's fun working on the new film, Invisible Empire, with you.
Well, thank you, sir. And it has been a crazy week in the office, moving stuff around, getting things ready for Invisible Empire. Rob Jacobson working on the second Obama film right now, doing extras, which are only available at prisonplanet.tv, Jim Tucker, and himself at Bilderberg 2008. Apparently, it doesn't exist in some circles. In other circles, it's just a golf club. But if you want to see their documents, they've leaked on WikiLeaks. You can see, oh yeah, they did create the euro. Yeah, they did want a European Union. Yeah, they are the most powerful people in the world. They do meet once a year. It's the InfoWarrior with Jason Burmas back after this. PrisonPlanet.tv, Infowars.com.
Newsflash. Unemployment is soaring over 10%. The dollar is plummeting, and banks are beginning to close their doors. Financial experts are saying we are headed for an economic depression. The world is on the brink of total meltdown. Unless you expect the government to bail you out, you must be able to grow your own healthy food. Newsflash. SurvivalistSeeds.com has just released a brand new heirloom seed pack at a dramatically reduced price. So you and your family have a long-term food solution. The choice between starvation and freedom is made by you right now. Go to survivalistseeds.com. That's survivalistseeds.com, because you are almost out of time. Survivalistseeds.com.
Let's go to Renee in California. Renee, you're on the air. Yes, Renee.
Hey, how you doing, Jason?
Good.
I had to pick. He told me I had to pick one topic. I had so much to say about all of them, but I picked the economy.
Okay.
And I work in a welfare office in California, and I got a job, but most people don't, and business is just.
Well, why don't you just talk about that? Yeah, welfare is off the hook right now. You work in social services. How many more people are now applying for things like WIC, for food stamps, for welfare benefits? Medicaid?
Probably quadrupled or more. It's just incredible.
How long have you been working for social services?
20 years.
So 20 years. So in the last, 6 months, 1 year, it's quadrupled?
Yeah. And in this building of people, no one knows that there's anything really going on other than this just accidental screw up of the government, and that's why we're having this.
So are you guys actually hiring at this point? Is that what you're telling me? Social services is hiring? Because I know my buddy who works for the IRS in April while I was there, he said that they're hiring a lot of claims people for the IRS. So you're not hiring?
No, because everybody's in peril of losing their jobs in California.
Gotcha.
And they've already gone through one round of layoffs, and there's 2 more coming unless...
What do you think the worst hard luck story you've heard in the last 6 months is? I mean, you probably hear them every day. But what do you think the most heartbreaking story that you can recently remember is?
Oh, man. People that get their kids taken, and that's pretty heartbreaking. But a lot of people that have never, ever been into a welfare office, ever thought about applying for food stamps, had normal middle-class lives, and now they can't see their families. They're foreclosed. I mean, everything. They're losing everything.
All right. Well, I thank you for the call, Renee. It is the truth. You know, we warned you were going to lose your home. You were going to lose your car. That the banks were going to take everything you had. That you were going to be forced on government dependence. And you're going to only see that expand with AmeriCorps getting all these grants, with City Year on television. They're going to try to indoctrinate your kids with these Boy Scouts programs. Boy Scouts Explorers fighting terror. Oh, we mean former Iraqi veterans. See, they're the terrorists. They're the extremists. And Obama is starting to use that verbiage, extremism. Meanwhile, Richard Haass, who's the head, the head of the CFR, among other things, he got confronted by We Are Change this week and just says, "Oh, the military-industrial complex doesn't even exist. That's just a big it's imagination world. There's no military-industrial complex." Stan in Washington. Stan, you're on the line. Yes, sir.
Jason, first I want to say I got a vaccine injury award back a decade ago. Mm-hmm. So I know that whole subject very well. I ran for mayor of Seattle in '97 on this issue. Woke people up. I figured I've saved about 4 children's lives statistically so far.
Excellent.
My actions. And they're continuing. I just filed today for King County Executive. I'm going to carry out my constitutional duty to pay the debts in silver.
Excellent.
And within 1 year, we'll have $4 billion of silver in King County, and it's tough luck on you other counties until we set up our mine and sell you some surplus silver.
Very cool. What else you got for me?
Obama. I had an interchange with Helene Cooper of the New York Times yesterday.
Okay.
And I looked up her background. She's a Liberian. You know, the Liberians, since they had a female, wise female leader for 4 years now.
Okay.
Back from Harvard, like we recolonized them.
Mm-hmm.
Their GMP per capita has gone from $400 a year to $500 a year.
Oh, wow. That's extensive.
Yeah, so it just shows you if you put a woman in charge, you'll get a better result, right?
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one. I thank you for the